Yours is probably going to be, no, definitely going to be, the most personal camera review I've ever done. Hey everybody, I'm Hugh Brownstone for 3 Blind Men and an Elephant. It's closing in on 3 years since Leica introduced its SL, the company's first full-frame, mirrorless camera. Long enough for you to have heard about it, read about it, watched videos about it. Probably also long enough to know that it's built like a tank, has the highest resolution EVF in the market, shoots 14-bit RAW stills and DCI 4K video internally, with 10-bit 422 recording available externally through a full-sized HDMI port, yay, offers compelling, if polarizing industrial design, and comes with a very hefty price tag, a contrast detect-only autofocus system, a modestly spec'd, by some standards, 24-megapixel sensor, no in-body image stabilization, and even now offers only 3 native zooms and 3 primes to make up their entire lens line. The original Vario-Elmarit 2.8 to 4.0s with which it was first introduced, the 24 to 90 and 90 to 280. The new Super Vario-Elmar 16 to 35, 3.5 to 4.5. A pair of Summicron f2s, the 75 to 90, and the Summilux 50mm f1.4. Though, of course, the entire catalog of M and S mount glasses available via Leica's adapter. All of which tells you a great deal and very little actually about the camera and its ecosystem, or what you would do with it were you to have one at your disposal, like I do now. Courtesy of the guys at Leica, thanks for that, for a little while, anyway. Today I'm going to keep it short, though in the coming weeks I'll be digging deeply into the SL from a very personal perspective, which in the end will only partly be about the gear, which is not uninteresting given that this is a $10,000 camera lens combination. But that's because the very first camera I ever touched, the camera which captured the very first 35mm slide I ever held up to the light, the very first camera I ever took apart and almost put back together after first peeling off the crumbling leather and actually spray painting the body, top plate, and rangefinder housing flat black, was a Leica 3A. This one. Like the one used by Cartier-Bresson. The actual camera my mother used. A camera she bought secondhand from Bauhaus-trained photographer Hilda Hubbock, a woman who fled Nazi Germany sometime during 1933 or 34 to settle in New York City, where she became a family and children's photographer. Our family photographer. A photographer whose work has hung on the walls of the J. Paul Getty and Guggenheim museums in California and New York. Like I said, a lot of personal context for me when I hold the SL in hand, never mind my own Leica M8 and Summicron M35mm f2 spherical and 90mm f2.8 Elmarit M. For now, let's take a quick look at part 1 of the, yes, ponderously named series I'm calling A Review of the Leica SL 3 years after launch. It's simply the very first frame I shot with the SL, a full day after I let it sit in the carton in which it arrived. And what came to me when I did, it made me happy. But your mileage may vary, and that's okay. This was the first thing I chose to shoot, a bouquet of flowers on our dining room table. 90mm f4, 1/80th of a second at ISO 800, handheld, auto everything, no post other than crop. Joel Meyerowitz said that photography is a response that has to do with the momentary recognition of things. Suddenly you're alive. A minute later, there was nothing there. I just watched it evaporate. You look one moment and there's everything. Next moment, it's gone. Like this, the next time I looked at them. Different moment, different angle, different light, different camera, different headspace. I think about photographs as being full or empty. You picture something in a frame and it's got lots of accounting going on in it, stones and buildings and trees and air. But that's not what fills up a frame. You fill up the frame with feelings, energy, discovery, and risk, and leave room enough for someone else to get in there. Joel Meyerowitz. Can a camera inspire? What is important? Hold that thought. For Three Blind Men and an Elephant, I'm Hugh Brownstone. See you next time.